Hello everybody, this is K. Madhuri. In the recently released APPSC Group 1 exam results, I have cleared the exam and I got selected as Deputy Collector. In this regard, I would like to share with you all a few things about my journey, like how I saw the world before the start of my journey and right now after achieving this. So, right from my childhood, I always aspired to become a civil servant. In particular, I wanted to be in a public services department. Having my roots in a place where people have faced a lot of issues in situations such as education, healthcare, and even in basic necessities of life, having the first-hand experience of such problems, I thought, having faced such problems, I thought after I grow up, I will also join a civil services and then become a solution for people who are facing such issues. But like many of them do, I could not start my preparation early right after my undergraduation. I had to take up job to support my family, and then after 2 years I actually started my journey. So when I started to when I gave a serious call to quit my job and then start my journey, people thought I'm crazy, like who would leave a job which is having a decent pay and having a settled life in BTech background and all. It was actually a tough call to leave a job and then start something which is quite unpredictable. Nobody knows if you'll clear it in your first attempt or second attempt, or you never know how long it's going to take. So I was lucky that I had friends who actually supported me at my workplace to take this call and go ahead with my preparation. So when you start your journey, you encounter with a variety of problems. You are totally new to this field. Many of us who have done their graduation in BTech with no prior background in this polity, economics, history and all. When you start the syllabus, when you open the books, things seem to be very new to you. You just go wander around, search internet, you find a lot of sources, you get confused a lot. See, before everything, it is you who has to do the things in a proper way. Even though you have every stuff in the world which has to support you, you should be sincere enough and confident enough to believe in your goals and work towards it. And the things, the guidance, the mentorship, they actually enhance you. They support you to go towards your goal. So I would say pick a place where the mentor is with you throughout. Like, you don't hesitate to call the mentor at any time. You don't hesitate to call them petty doubts. Even I had situations wherein I have voice mailed sir asking very silly doubts because I was very new to the topics. But then I was happy that I was not put down for the very little petty doubts. So find somebody who gives you care throughout and talks to you whenever you are in need. What is important is that you just don't need to go through writing all this random questions you find on internet. You need to have a path, you need to have a schedule, you need to have a timetable, like what are all the chapters you're going to complete on one day and how well you have equipped with all the knowledge. For that, if you are testing yourself with a particular detailed schedule on a weekly basis and a daily basis as well, you get to know how far you have reached and where do you stand among your peers. So for that, test series is one way where you can test yourself and find out how far you have completed the syllabus. So that is one important thing, to know where you stand, to know how much you have learned, and to know what all things are yet to be learned and where you need to improve yourself. So for that, you need somebody who evaluates your papers on a short span of time and sends you inputs to incorporate them in your next papers. That actually helped me in my essay papers as well. So time to time I got my inputs on how do I modify my conclusions, how do I start my essay with a good anecdote or a situational based scenario. So try to take something which actually gives you inputs on time to time and helps you incorporate those in your next coming papers. So the moment you start writing your answers for the very first time, I'm sure like I did, everybody will take a lot of time to complete your first answer itself. So don't get demotivated because it happens with everybody. What you need is, when you start writing your answers, first go through some PYQs and see how much you know about a particular concept that have been asked in the PYQ. Then start writing what all you know. Just don't simply refer from the Google and try to add up content. Just write whatever you know and then see if it is sufficing. So if you think something is lacking, Go for the model answers that the institute provides for you and check what else you can add so that your answer is enriched and your answer becomes rich enough to gain great marks.